Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in opposition of this amendment. Part of me wonders when we're just going to get the amendment to have $1 trillion defense budget, because it seems that's where we're going. I mean, every year they're basically adding $30 billion more to what the president wants. And I think that's what we really need to think of on this committee. If you're supporting this amendment, you're basically paving the way to $1 trillion defense. Is that what we want in this country? $1 trillion more than a half of our discretionary budget is going into defense compared to all of the other needs, the security needs that this country has? Now, obviously, we have major threats with Russia on the Ukraine border, where the president has done an extraordinary job in rallying NATO and standing up for Ukraine. And we passed on large bipartisan majority support for Ukraine, the threat that China poses with Taiwan. But that doesn't mean that we need defense budgets that are more than they were at the height of the Cold War. That was a serious threat too. But we had the imagination and the innovation to be able to meet those threats without consuming over half our discretionary budget. I just want to be clear, there is no country in the world that has anywhere close to over half the major power that's putting over half its discretionary budget into defense. And I would rather, for us to be the preeminent economy of the 21st century, be investing in the health of our people, in the education of our people, in the industries of the future, as we compete with China. Let me just make one more point about China. You know what China is really doing in 2025? They're not putting all their money in defense. They've got a Made in China initiative. They have a Little Giants initiative. You know what the Little Giants initiative is? It's 4,000 startups that they think are in critical technologies that they're funding. They're funding their universities. They're producing engineers and scientists, millions of them. That's what's going to make America lose. If we don't invest in the new technologies, if we don't invest in the new companies, if we don't invest in the new industries, if we don't make more things in America, it is easy to just keep upping the defense budget in this committee. I trust President Biden. I would support his defense budget. But what requires more imagination is to actually get production back, to actually do the things that are going to make us win in the 21st century. That's why I oppose this amendment. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back the remainder of my time.